Mattermoe. Take one. Rolling.
Okay, Amy, how do we create world peace? We're starting really light. I want us to dive in, just hitting the ground right away. And I'd love to do that by reading part of the foreword from your book, Living on Purpose, and then ask you a question about it if you're cool with that. So this is a direct quote, it's literally the first few sentences in the book. Can you imagine a world where each of us awake each day with a feeling of deep engagement in our lives? A world where self-compassion, honesty, and connection were the norm? Can you imagine yourself waking up every day with an inner feeling of true joy and happy anticipation, the kind of feeling you had as a child on a special day of celebration? Do you remember having days when you couldn't wait to get out of bed to see what magic was about to happen? That kind of excitement comes from knowing and honoring what's true for you at your very core. So my first reaction while reading that was a smile, because that's beautiful. And to open a book that way also brings sort of a claim and a question along with it, which is, I want that for every person, personally. And something I've heard from folks for years, whenever there's this conversation around purpose or joy, is, well, that's just not realistic for how the world works. For one, I have bills to pay and mouths to feed. Work is work. It's supposed to be hard. Authenticity and joy and purpose are a luxury. And then for two, when I scroll through social media, talk to my friends, or turn on the news, it's clear that the world is in crisis. So how can I even want for myself to chase joy or purpose in my work? So my first question to you is it realistic to want purpose and joy?
I think it's inevitable. I don't think it's realistic. I think it's natural and inherent. I think it's a birthright to want that. I'll just get right to the heart of it. It's false perception. It's fear, and it's patterned habits that we don't even know that are things that we've chosen that we're at will to change.
So false perceptions, fear, and patterns that we often don't even know that we've chosen. Could you say more about those three?
I'm a firm believer that at the root of all the turmoil that we're experiencing is fear. Coupled with lack of awareness, ignorance, a lack of awareness of truth, like who I am, who we are, what's possible for each of us humans. And, at the end of the day, I think that everything we experience in our life is a reflection of the relationship we have with ourselves. And if we genuinely want to thrive, that's really what the work is about. And so healing the world peace doesn't start by going and solving all of that out there. It's first an inner game.